Well, the Muppet courtyard is dead. Like, very dead. Like, very, very dead. But even as I look at all of this wreckage and destruction, somehow still in my delusional Muppet heart, I believe deep down that the MuppetVision 3D show is not gone. And that's not even me looking too deeply into the cast members' moving right along party that they had. Moving where? Well, I think Disney might just have teased the new secret future of MuppetVision 3D, and you won't believe who's at the center of it all. And before we get into my crazy theory, let's just round up all the facts that we have about the new Muppets Rock'n Roller Coaster. They had a fun thing at Epcot, a private media event. The Muppets were there, Electric Mayhem was there, everyone was excited. They revealed the brand new marquee and some show details for Rock'n Roller Coaster. You know, G-Force Records, which previously held Aerosmith inside of the attraction, that's where you first arrived and they were in the recording booth and you're like, Aerosmith, we gotta go. That's G-Force Records. Well, it has just been bought by a mysterious Muppet benefactor. Now, what Muppet, you might be asking? Well, it's Scooter's rich uncle, J.P. Grosse. Now, who is J.P. Grosse? Well, he's a recurring character from the Muppet Show back in the day. He's mentioned by name a couple times in season 1, where you kind of learn that Scooter is a Nepo baby. He's a Nepo hire. His uncle owns the theater, and now he kind of works there, or been planted there by his uncle to keep an eye on Kermit. It kind of adds a little bit of layer of detail to Scooter's manic energy, now that I know this.
Yeah, my uncle owns this theater.
You start today, get me a cup of coffee, your salary is $20 a week.
During season 2 of The Muppet Show, J.P. Grosse becomes a character that appears, and he has all kinds of rich guy gags and funny bits about being an old rich millionaire, very Jeff Bezos.
That bad, huh?
According to the Kermit book, Before You Leap, we learn that J.P. Grosse is a successful real estate tycoon.
J.P. Grosse? Oh, I had no idea that someone so rich could be so good looking.
A press kit from Muppets Take Manhattan. It has in Scooter's biography that he is holding health spa chain, a group of fast food establishments, and the state of Rhode Island. This guy's got money, all right? He's got money to burn. And a big shout out to Muppet Wiki for documenting J.P. Grosse. I'm learning so much about this guy. Thanks, guys. So what are the Muppets doing with all that cash being injected into G-Force Records? Well, we're going to have a new queue space with the ride that includes penguins and a Scooter animatronic, which I am very excited about. That space previously was very empty and not very kinetic. It was just kind of a big room with a screen on the other side of it. So putting a couple of penguin sound technicians in there and a little manic Scooter animatronic will really sell it. Now, we learned that Electric Mayhem has a gig to get to, but they're busy recording at G-Force Records, and we arrive and get the VIP treatment. We get the tour of the establishment, and then Scooter's like, guys, you gotta stop recording. We have a show to get to. So the Electric Mayhem, they jump into the limo that's been powered by Muppet Labs now, supercharged by Muppet Labs, of course, and they blast through Tinseltown with a bunch of gags, Muppety gags. But here's the question. Why does J.P. Grosse even need to be brought into the equation whatsoever? Why did the recording studio need to be purchased by Scooter's rich uncle? Electric Mayhem just needs to get to their concert. That's the theme of the ride. So what does the ownership of G-Force Records have to do with anything? Electric Mayhem just has to get in the car and get to the concert. Who owns the building? What? No one would have any problem suspending disbelief to be that the Muppets just took over the space. They took over the queue of the ride. They Muppified everything. At its core, what does it matter who owns the record label the band is recording at? Well, the need to bring in an angel financier is a bigger plague that may lead to the future of MuppetVision 3D returning. Because what did we do? J.P. Grosse owns the Muppet Theater. And what did Disney do? They tore it down for Monsters, Inc. What do you think J.P. Grosse is going to do when he finds out that the MuppetVision Theater has been torn down? Well, he's going to want to find a new home for Scooter and all of his friends. And you know what's right next door? You know what's right next door to the Rock'n Roller Coaster? The Villain Show. I've been traveling a lot lately, running all over the place making content. So when I finally get back to my studio and it's time to edit, I'm exhausted. So I decide to skip the dishes and order delivery with today's sponsor, Uber Eats. Uber Eats is an easy-to-use food and grocery delivery platform to help you get your cravings delivered to your door in just a few taps. Let me show you how easy it is to order. The app is amazing. It's full of deals, new deals every day. So you make sure you scroll and check out all the restaurants around you to see what sweet deals you can cash in on. I'm gonna go with a little Indian food. So I just pick my meal in a few easy taps and then head to checkout and boom, ordered. And I actually love this because as soon as I place the order, I'm able to track my food all the way from cooking to delivery. I can literally watch it along the map as it's on its way to my house. And then boom, it's at your door and ready to eat. Order from hundreds of restaurants on Uber Eats and discover new deals every day. Just use my code DisneyDan15 to get $15 off your first order with a minimum basket size of $20. And if you're watching on your TV, here's an easy to use QR code. Just scan it and there you go, baby. Use my code, $15 for you. So thanks, Uber Eats. Thanks for helping me have dinner while I make the video that everyone's currently watching. This is meta, man. I'm you making an ad to order dinner to eat while I'm making the video you're watching. Woo, and it's ad inception. The Villain Show is going to close at Hollywood Studios once Villain's Land opens at the Magic Kingdom. And then what's going to happen to that big, beautiful building with the new digital projection wall they just installed along the whole front of it, with the 2 buckets that they put to the left and the right of the stage, and the new proscenium they built, and all the new seating they put in, and the curtain that they put in. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? This is going to be a perfect space for MuppetVision to take over, turning the whole back corner of Hollywood Studios down there by this Tower of Terror into Muppet Studios, the long cherished location that the Muppets have performed at in LA that has now since been taken away from them, the Charlie Chaplin studio. We're going to kind of be able to turn the whole back corner behind Sunset Boulevard into the new Muppet area, to the new Muppet courtyard, to the new Muppet studio with that big beautiful archway. Put a big Kermit statue on top of it. You're going to have the MuppetVision right next door, the Rockn Rollercoaster right there next to it. Now, all of this said, the bottom line is, this is all going to come down to the new Muppet Show that's coming back. The new Muppet Show, they currently released news that they shot a pilot with Sabrina Carpenter, and we have the whole Muppet gang getting back together into the traditional format of the Muppets at a theater, putting on a show with celebrity guests. And if we're going to have that show, and if that show becomes popular, I guarantee a ton of marketing money is going to find its way dumped into the park to do something like the Muppet Theater returns because the Muppet Show is back and MuppetVision is back. And so it's a big Muppet promotion to get everyone hyped about the new show. Now, don't forget that the Muppets, when they did the new movies, they updated with marketing money, like the queue. They did like a new little featurette. They added Kermit's tuxedo. There are milestones in Muppet marketing that give budget to making things like this happen. And you have so many assets, so many things already ready to go. It's just a matter of flipping an already preloaded theater that was built out for villains into a new Muppet space. Ultimately, it just really feels like the groundwork here has been laid. We've added an unnecessary contrivance into the entire story of the Muppets Rock'n Roller Coaster, which is Scooter's rich uncle buying the joint. We didn't need someone to buy Rock'n Roller Coaster. The Muppets could have just taken it over like they always do. Aerosmith could have just left it abandoned. G-Force Records could have been abandoned and the Muppets came in to take over. But we decided very specifically to bring a character back that's very closely tied to the Muppet Show, that's very closely tied to owning the Muppets Theater, the location that MuppetVision 3D takes place in. You guys putting together the pieces that I'm laying down here, this is a clear path for Disney to be like, yes, JP Grosse, he is, with the success of this new coaster, you guys love it, he's bought the building next door and MuppetVision's coming back. Now, I don't know, this might be a long shot. You guys have to let me know. Let me know in the comments if you think that this is going to happen. Do you think that we're going to get MuppetVision back? This is, I'm telling you, I think that this is it. I think Disney released the tiny little clue that says that this is going to happen. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, make sure you head over to my Patreon to support the channel. All of your support's amazing. You're helping me go on some really fun adventures this year, including a super fun Disney on Ice adventure, which you'll catch on the channel later this year. So shout out to my Patreons. Thanks, you guys. You're all amazing. And of course, don't forget to check out the podcast, Fun, where I'm talking every week with super fun guests about theme park news, whatever, anything that makes me chuckle. I'm the chuckle king. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, everyone just, say a little prayer, put a note under your pillow with your tooth for the tooth fairy. Just do whatever you can to bring good karma back to MuppetVision, because I don't think we're done. I think we're just getting started, if you ask me.